Hey everyone, I'm Ultimate456 and I'm back. I'm feeling a million times better. I can't tell you how much better I feel after now, like almost 2 months basically, about a month and a half. Like the video that you saw, the previous video that you saw, which should be like almost exactly a month before this one, that had been going on for about half a month already. Like my feelings of depression had already pretty much been going on for about a month and sorry, half a month, and then for about another month after that it was still continuing. But now I genuinely feel like I'm back. I genuinely feel like myself again. I really like just feel so much better, and it's great. Like so much has changed, and at the same time so much has stayed the same, so it's been very interesting. The absolute first thing I want to do is I want to thank all the people who commented and liked the previous video, all the support that you gave me over these past months, and even in like support from the very beginning, the 2 years that I've been doing this. If it wasn't for the constant reassuring, it would have been just really hard to break out of it. From you guys, from family, from friends, from workmates, from everyone. It's just been, yeah, really tough. But now I'm out of it, and I'm good. And I think the biggest thing is to, I've always said that the meaning of life is to, or my personal opinion, the meaning of life is to be happy. But I think I'm gonna update that in a way and say that the meaning of life is to be happy and to stay happy. And those two things are very mutually exclusive. It's very difficult to do both of them. So yeah, I mean that's what now I'm working on. So I'm happy about that, and I'm happy now with my life, which is good. Okay, so well, I'll talk a little bit about it, I guess. It's been like a kind of a lifestyle change. So I'm waking up earlier, I'm eating better, I'm working more at like my real life job, and I'm sleeping earlier as well, and also less. What I mean by less is that like I tend to require about like 10 hours of sleep, which is insane. Some people, this happens to people. Like certain people require loads of sleep and other people require not as much. And even science doesn't really understand why we actually need sleep. And so I require like 10 hours, but lately I've been able to reduce that to about 9 hours, which is really good. And I'm trying to get that to go even less. I'm also like, I'm eating more, and I talked with someone about this recently, and who's not a doctor, but we were saying like, I said, do you reckon there's a correlation between the amount of food you eat during the day compared to then when you go to sleep? Like if you eat more food, you will have more energy for the whole day, and therefore your body won't have to like restore as much energy when you sleep, therefore you sleep less. And he was like, that's what I think. And so I've been trying to eat a lot more food to get more energy, to feel healthier and take care of myself better, because trust me, I wasn't taking care of myself at all before, and now I feel a lot more energetic. It's really, really great, and I feel like I can tackle what's to come, which is really good. Another big thing is that I realize how important it is to have a full-time job. I do work casually at a retail store, and I've been trying to push for a full-time job there, and it might happen, it might not happen. I don't know if that's going to be the case. I don't know currently, but I'm just trying to get something. If it does, it would be really useful. Obviously, it would reduce the amount of time that I have to do YouTube, but I want to make my real life job my focus and YouTube as a second focus, because I think that was one of the big problems. I was making YouTube my absolute ultimate goal, and it was a long-term goal, but I think it was getting to be like a short-term goal at the same time. And so that was affecting me greatly, because like it wasn't being as successful as I wanted it to be. And I think, but I'm okay with that, because like the constant sort of like increase every day is really great. So now I'm just focusing more on my real life job to make sure that I'm surviving with that, and then also have YouTube as another focus. So constantly working on that. And that's cool because not many people have that. Like not many people even have like a normal job. So now I have a casual job, which I want to make a full-time job. And then I also have YouTube. So I have like a lot of stuff going on, but it's all positive and it's all like everything is to help me in the future, to keep me to be able to survive and do all those things. So it's good. It's a good thing. Obviously, yeah, because of the extra hours at work, it could be hard to make videos, but judging from the way today went and the past couple of days, I haven't had as much work in the past 3 days, but I've managed to do quite a large portion of work, which is great. And so I feel like I will be able to tackle what's to come. I think I just said that before. I feel like I'll be able to tackle it, and that's good. So I really want to keep pushing. I'm constantly working. Today I have to go to work soon. How many hours? Like 4 hours. I have to go to work soon, but I'm still going to be doing stuff before I go to try and catch up on all this time that I've quote unquote missed. Okay, so having said that, I'll announce my first video. So I've been working on Crash Bandicoot The Insane Trilogy, and my first video will be all the time trials with Platinum Relics for the first game, for Crash Bandicoot 1. And I've finally completed the video. It's actually uploading as we speak. It will be released, I think, the day after you see this video. It took an incredible amount of time to do because it is very, very difficult in the first place. But not only is it difficult, it's I had just so much extra work at my real life job that I wasn't able to practice so much, and so it took an extra long time, because there's a few videos like PS4 Trophies has one. I think there's a guy called Red Palm Tree who has one. Warrior of Doom has one, and I think there's one or two more, but I can't remember their channel names, unfortunately. But I'm really pleased with how mine has turned out. I think it's really good. I think a lot of effort went into it, and hopefully it'll pay dividends. Hopefully it'll pay off, and hopefully you guys will enjoy it. And maybe I can even gather more subscribers to the channel based on that video, because it's kind of like my GTA Vice City video has like a ton of views, and I maybe got a few subscribers from that, but because of the Crash 1 video, even if we can just get a ton of views with a few subscribers here and there, that would be awesome. So I put a lot of effort into it. I will be doing Crash 2 and Crash 3 as well. I've actually just started Crash 2 like yesterday, and Crash 1 is the hardest. I think that's almost like universal. Crash 1 is ridiculously hard. Crash 2 I found the easiest, although I'm having a little bit of trouble getting used to it, so I don't know how that's gonna go. And Crash 3 is like in the middle. So I'm going to be working on that for the 2 upcoming videos as well. I wanted to mention more of like what I potentially want to do, because I haven't been able to like talk to you guys about like what I want to do in the future, or like what my next videos and stuff will be. I was actually thinking of doing something. So I wanted to, you know, capitalize on this like slightly different things that I wanted to do. And I was thinking of doing maybe the Diablo 3 DLC. Diablo 3 has recently received an update with a new class called the Necromancer, and they've released DLC trophies for it, and I've been looking for a reason to get back into Diablo 3 because I love that game, and I thought, why don't I just do like a DLC playthrough, get all the trophies, and then that way like everyone can watch it, because I think that game came out in like 2012 or something, so everyone's played it, everyone's seen it, and everyone can just enjoy it and watch it. I love it, so I think I'll definitely be doing that. Just as, you know, something a little bit different. It's not really Let's Platinum, it's all Let's 100%. I have a name for it, and I'm not going to say what it is, but hopefully people will find it funny. I kind of like thought about it, and I was just like, okay, what about that? Like, why not try something funny, silly, like something just different, slightly different, but still maintaining like what my channel's about and what I'm about. The next thing is that Horizon Zero Dawn has got an update as well. So many games got updates recently with extra trophies. There's the DLC, I think, that was announced at E3, which I'm not too concerned with at the moment. I don't know when it's coming out, but whatever. I'll probably play it, but I don't know if I'll show it. We'll see what happens with that. But the DLC that came out, or the like extra trophies that they added on to the game just recently, were New Game Plus has been added, and there are 2 trophies: complete the game on New Game Plus, complete the game on New Game Plus on ultra hard difficulty. So I thought, I was like, maybe I should make a like I should continue the playthrough, you know, like Let's Platinum and 100% Horizon Zero Dawn. But then I thought, like, not too many people have seen that series. It actually got a lot more views than I expected. I felt like it was kind of like similar to Batman, for example, and Tomb Raider. But with Batman and Tomb Raider, those are established franchises. This was something different. So I feel like the only people that watched are people who really enjoy like watching my stuff anyway. And I thought, like, should I do a New Game Plus on Ultra Hard? Should I just keep like making videos and stuff? Or should I do like maybe like I thought about this, like doing kind of like a mini series, either like a handful of videos, or like one big video just encompassing all the tricky sections that I have to get past, like so bosses and just generally tricky fights, all that kind of stuff, and maybe like show a montage of that or something. I don't know exactly, but I'm just thinking about it. You know, it'll be after Crash is done. I think Crash is my priority right now, and then I'll work on like doing that. So it'll still be a while ahead. A really cool well, I was gonna say a really cool thing. No, I shouldn't say that, but I don't think that there are any more games for the rest of the year that I'm super interested in. So the whole, like, the remaining 5 months of the year, geez, I can't believe there's only 5 months left, or 5.5. We'll just be concentrating on catching up on like everything that I haven't caught up on recently, or like kept up with, I should say. And that's going to be my main priority for the rest of the year. So I'm probably just going to be like trying to catch up on games that I want to play, games that I want to do for the channel, all that kind of stuff. Speaking of that, one that I mentioned in Horizon Zero Dawn was Final Fantasy VII, the original. So if you go to the PlayStation Network or the PlayStation Store, you can actually buy Final Fantasy VII on the store. It's the original PlayStation 1 game, but I think it's the computer version, or like the Steam port or something like that, or it's like the PS1 version but with updated graphics or something. But it has trophies as well. And because I never actually got to finish that game because it's such a big game in terms of just gaming in general, I thought maybe I could do Final Fantasy VII for the channel. It's obviously a big undertaking. I've got to like play it through myself first and then kind of figure out what to do and how to, you know, all that kind of stuff. So it would be a lot of work. It's a very, very minor, like, it's a very, very like slim possibility that I'll do it. But, you know, I may choose to go for it at some point. Another one is Final Fantasy 12, which I think just came out. I think it was like the 12th of July, which is when I'm filming this. So that would be cool, but I have played it before, and it is... Final Fantasy 12 is a hard game. It's really, really long. The story is quite boring, and also Yasmat, the like secret boss at the end, I could never beat him. Now, I saw a video... I didn't watch it, but I saw the title. Apparently they've changed like a bunch of stuff in that game, which could make like bosses like Yasmat and even some of the bosses that aren't the final super epic, ultra crazy amount of health boss be easier. But like, so they've changed stuff, but I haven't looked enough into it. Like I said, I'm mentioning it, but it's like, there's almost no chance that I'll do Final Fantasy 12. If I do, it'll be like, because I've done everything else and I've like caught up to that point. There's two more games I want to mention, actually. So Neo is one. I mentioned Neo, I think, like 2 updates ago. People asked me to do Neo. It's very Dark Souls-like. It's a great game. It's an absolutely fantastic game. I actually did it several months ago on a different account. The only downside with Neo is that it is long. It is really, really, really long. It's separated into regions of Japan, actually, but the game is great. It's like, it's got great combat, great game mechanics, great like just fun all over. The story is like, I was like skipping most of it, but I think it would be more interesting if I actually sat and watched it, because it's all about Japanese culture and like feudal Japan, which we haven't had like a game like that in a long time. And I think the names that they use are also like the names of real people that were around in the times of feudal Japan. So it would definitely be a series that I think would do really well. It was something that I was planning before my whole downfall recently. But it's just so long, and to do the 100%, like, there are 3 DLC packs coming out for it. The first one has been released already. The second one, I haven't heard anything about it, but to be honest, I haven't been looking up anything about it. But they haven't said anything as far as I know, and then there's still one more to go after that. And the first DLC pack, even that just by itself requires you to play through the game 3 times, and I don't know if I can muster 3 playthroughs, especially because it gets harder and harder and harder, and the first playthrough was already ridiculously hard. So if I do that, I don't know. I'll see. It will only be, if I do it, it'll only be once all the DLC packs are released. Especially because that at that point, like if I was to make a guide now, it might become outdated eventually, just because of its, because there's so many updates coming out and the DLC packs and all that. So I don't know. It's an unlikely one. The other one that I actually might do, just for fun, and also because it could be like something fun to do just to get videos out, is I've actually just recently played Ukulele on a different account, and I got 100% in it. Ukulele, it's not the greatest game in the world, but if they make like a sequel, I think they can do a really, 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 really good job with it. Because I would say that, and just like a quickie review, it's weaker than the original Banjo-Kazooie, but not by much. It just needs it needed a little bit more, I don't even know. It just needed a little bit of extra something. I felt like it didn't have, it missed the mark on a few different, in a few different categories or criteria, I guess we could say that. So what I wanted to do for Ukulele was, because I've already played it, I thought, why didn't I do kind of a pseudo 100% speed run kind of thing, where I go through the game. I'm going to go through the game one more time, and I'm going to figure out like what to get and when to get it in order to finish the game as quickly as possible. So if people want like to actually get like a really quick platinum, they could do that. And I think it'll be fun. I don't know if I'll do it. Like I said, I'm not 100% sure, but it might be fun to do. This one I might do because it's going to be fun to do that. It's going to be fun to put it together, and hopefully it'll turn out into a good video. So I think that one I will do. But like I said, I'm not sure yet. There's a lot of uncertainty about like what I'm going to do after I finish Crash and all that kind of stuff, but I'm working on it and trying to figure it out as I go. Basically playing it by ear. Okay, so I think I'll leave it there. Oh, it's actually been a relatively short one. I want to thank everyone again for all the support that you guys have given me over the past months and years, and just all the comments and the likes and subscribing, all that kind of stuff. It really, really, really means a lot. I'm trying to do my best to, make good content and fun content to watch. I don't have like, several people behind this scenes like helping me. I actually have one person I do want to mention. I have a friend, and I'm sure he has a DeviantArt account, but he didn't tell me what it was. I'll try and mention it at some point, or if I get a chance, I might put it in the video description if I remember. He creates like the thumbnails for me. Most of them are just like putting pictures together and stuff in like Photoshop, but he's like really good at that. And also he was like saying that he would be willing to create like really custom thumbnails for me. So like he's awesome, and he's the one that basically like does all those things. So sometimes when I don't have thumbnails for certain videos like or certain series, it's just because we haven't had time to get around to like working on that stuff. But I will try. Hopefully, I'll try and put his DeviantArt account in the description, so you guys can go check out his stuff there. All right, so that's pretty much it. I'm gonna leave it there. Thanks all again. The Crash 1 video will be out tomorrow, and I hope you guys enjoy. And then after the Crash 1 video, there won't be a video for a little while, but I'll put out the Crash 2 and 3 videos as soon as I've got those ready. And then soon after that, hopefully I'll get into doing like Diablo 3 will probably be the next thing. I'm not sure, or Ukulele. And then after that, I'm not really sure. So hopefully you guys like enjoy all that stuff that I've mentioned. That could be a potential thing that happens in the future. But right now, I need to continue to focus on myself and continue to focus on my real life work, so that I can get that set. And once that's set, I won't have to sort of feel guilty, I guess, in a way of like doing YouTube or focusing too much on YouTube and not focusing enough on that. Okay, so I'll leave it there. My name is Ultima456, you're the Ultimates, and I'll see you next time.